Hi. Hey, I'm gonna some videos won't be TV reviews won't be consistent with me. I'm consistently inconsistent, so I've been told. Yes, girl, Khalees, me and you got that in common. I think you said that in the Breakfast Club, but anyway. I decided to do the Basketball Wives review for their finale show of season 6 in 2017 here. I guess because it touched me. We know reality as it's come to be known is more REEL, ality. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes the real does seep into what's called quote unquote reality, and it touches me. It's really extremely touching. This subject matter with Jackie and her daughter. Now, I can see both sides of the spectrum. I know I can. And I know that irritates people. They go, oh, you're riding the fence. No, the fuck I ain't riding the fence. Yeah, is that fence strong? You better be strong. Hold my big ass. But I really can see both sides. I swear if I was in that circle, I'd be neutral as hell. Not neutral to, prevent ridicule. Neutral because I'm sincerely neutral. I can see... going back into the history, I have a strong 4th house, so my long-term memory is on full fleek swole. It just the fuck it is. Now, short-term, child. I take my vitamins and all that for the short term. Yes, I'm still sick, y'all. I'm taking everything. No health insurance, isn't it? I don't even trust the health insurance now. Who's at the helm is scary. There could be some loophole. You got to get a lawyer to read that paperwork before you sign up for some health insurance now. Just it's scary as hell. And the lawyer you can trust, if you can trust them, child. I have 95 credits in legal studies. So I'll just pull out my Black Law Dictionary and read the shit myself, taking time. But, so I have to nurse myself until I find some affordable health care. So I've been doing my herbal tea. And never mind, y'all don't care about no herbal tea. I clicked on, if you clicked on. Again, this channel is my outlet. I haven't grown my audience yet, but I'm happy for the 45 or 46 that say hi, y'all. Y'all must then click the bell, hell. Because y'all ain't looking shit. I ain't cussing out my subbies. I love y'all. Spoiled, intimate family. But some y'all need to click the bell so y'all can catch these if y'all ain't interested in Basketball Wives or, whatever. It's more as an outlet. Something's on my mind, and I want to get it off my mind. And I'm going to get it off my mind through this medium. That's what it is. You can talk to your spouse and family, but this is a different effect. This is public. It's 10th house. Okay. I digress. And I do that. If you don't like digressing, this ain't the channel for you. Basketball Wives. Jackie, I see your point. Evelyn, I see your point. If we go back into the history of Basketball Wives, remember Evelyn was speaking to her dad about his absenteeism. You know what I mean? And that can create abandonment issues. And she spoke to him honestly about how she sought that shelter in men and somehow picking the wrong dudes. Because, and that's what you seek. I think her admitting that to her dad, picking the wrong dudes, because you're seeking that daddy figure. Because he was absent. I think that's applicable to what Takari is doing. I know you may not believe me, but I believe Takari vicariously lived through her mom's co-workers and castmates and contemporaries, seeking that mother that was never there. Her biological mom is still living, of course. But, her co-workers on this show, they go like the fashion. So she may see Evelyn as someone she can lean on. She's seeking that maternal shelter. Takari, you'll always be looking for that until you and your mom resolve and heal the womb. You'll always be seeking that maternal shelter, as I said. And I believe Evelyn, I know people say, oh, she just gave her the money to be spiteful and to upstage Jackie and to be catty. We read the comments and hear some of the videos reviewed. And Evelyn's a fire sign. Fire, rules the ego. Aries rules the ego is another fire sign. That is plausible. That's plausible, but Gemini, Sagittarius, opposite sign, and that's where the duplicity can come in. Maybe some parts of Evelyn's ego wanted to upstage Jackie and show her to be an unfit grandmother or whatever her motives were for sending the money. But I still think on the other hand, Evelyn knows what it feels like to have an absent parent. You know what I mean? Even though this is a grandparent context, still, You have a mother who's become a public figure, a mother who clearly has fiat, Google gobs of fiat, which I call cash, and you're struggling financially. That math is off to many people watching, and Evelyn as well. So people blame Evelyn to mind her business and this, that, third, and the other one. And I think it would have been, and Evelyn didn't pursue Takari first. She didn't, like she said, she's not phone jolting with her. They're not developing a more close-knit rapport, or their communication seems to be internet, online. But the point of the matter is, Takari initiated this, if you will, by getting a GoFundMe account, which I believe she sincerely needed, because healthcare is no joke in this country. Shit, she probably needed that extra. She probably had, I don't know what state she was in. I don't know how the Medicaid is there. I don't know. She probably had the basics, healthcare for her and herself and her children. But he probably needed specialty grafting, specialty things that can cure that and help the baby. And he's so cute. I hope he's doing better, Takari. I'm a mom and a grandmom, and I could never imagine having means and seeing something like that. Even if I had a strained connection with my offspring, the baby's parent, but I don't have a strained connection with the baby. But Jackie's a Leo, so I love Leos. I love astrology. I'm an astrologer, for Pete's sake. But the younger signs, they'll get into their ego and their feelings more. Older signs can be more spiritually mature and say, okay, this has nothing to do with the baby, whatever she and I went through. And they would have went ahead, if I had to send the money anonymously, or whatever, I'm going to make sure the baby has what it needs to heal. And that medical stuff can be very expensive. So Takari reached out to the world. Can you help me, please? And she has a power position because my mother's a public figure. It's a powerful position. I think if she was Jane Q and no one knew her and saw those pictures, I believe she still would have got the GoFundMe funds. Maybe a little slower, but I think she would have still got it because it's an innocent life. It's a baby and it was an accident. Ironically, that's fire, though. The bottle warmer burn, maternal. I get metaphysical in a minute. And, Jackie's a fire. I think back to the Hawaii. The season they were all in Hawaii. And Jackie had conflict with the girls, or they had conflict with her. I forget all the pesky, petty, catty details of that story, Hawaiian story. But remember, she was sitting next to Doug and talking to him. And that's the first time I heard her mention her daughter. So Jackie is the first. I don't know if y'all memory is good. Look at your fourth house. Check up on your long-term memory. Fourth house in your natal chart. You can Google it. If you know what time you're born, you have to know exact time of your birth. And get, so the houses, the degrees, everything fall as they should. Anyhow, for you, individually. Okay, they were in Hawaii. She was talking to Doug, and she said, I'm a Leo. And I think she said her daughter's a Leo as well. And she said, we don't speak. That stuck with me. Because it was something real. By now, I'm glued to certain. I don't look at all the reality shows. Hell no, dude. I'm in my 40s. It's embarrassing, the ones I do look at. The only consolation is, for me looking at them, is the castmates. Most of them in their 40s too. So that helps. But I definitely don't look at reality shows if it was young girls and young, below my age group. I had no business watching that. That's no. But these women are in my age group, and I watch and see, and then I like to see melanin, on stage, getting their money, getting your fiat up. You see what I'm saying to you? Yeah, but in Hawaii, Jackie sure did mention Takari. She sure enough did, because it was real. Finally, realism was imported into reality, quote unquote, TV. I'm like, oh, she has a strained relationship with her daughter. Oh, okay. So, and that was it. Moved on. I also thought of two Leos not getting along, and how did that happen? Fire signs tend to like other fire signs. Not like Earth do. I guess because we're on planet Earth, I find Earth really, really gravitates towards other Earth signs, and water as well. Fire and air has high tolerance to one another. You can look at the elements and you see that in Earth and water, sand and beach. Earth and water has high tolerance to one another. Other ones would require patience. If you know what I'm saying. You gotta look at the natal chart individually speaking. Hold on. As a general rule, hold on. I'm drinking I don't have the tea. I gotta go check on tea. I'm eating an orange and vitamin C. I don't know, like you give a shit. Anyway, but Jackie, I really do believe that Evelyn's motives was dualistic. I saw a clip of the reunion show, so I know y'all already had that, but this is really personal for you, Jackie. It's your child. And people are mentioning karma. And it's severe karma because the show had just started. I don't know if you've been watching Drea from afar, independent of Basketball Wives. I don't know. But you had just met Drea. None of y'all gave her a chance. Y'all didn't even give her a chance to wrong y'all. Yeah, just the ego, Aries, impatient. So, you know, I don't have the patience to wait for you to actually wrong me. Drea is an Aquarius, so that may not happen. It's an older sign, meaning more cosmically and spiritually mature. However you feel about Drea, Aquarius is still an older sign. But in any event, y'all lack the patience to wait for a legitimate infraction from Drea. So you're Googling her life and, you know, trying to dredge up dirt to say about her. You know what I mean? I guess you got tired. I guess the whole label wouldn't work too well because if Drea knows y'all passing y'all numbers, she could throw back the whole term. Or maybe I thought the whole term would get old. And so you wanted some more concrete, substantial dirt. And y'all went, you know, and investigated her like that for no reason. I mean, she absolutely didn't wrong you, Jackie. And Laura and all, you know, Laura calling Drea Don fucking factor. You know, biting Evelyn shit from the Miami franchise. I'm like, oh, is anybody original? Oh, jeez. But in any event, but Av, you from New York, the Bronx, where hip hop was born. So your word game is going to, just by virtue of where you're born, your word game is going to be tighter. You can look at the ley lines under the soil of New York. You know, look at the New York City documentaries to understand the frequency that's going on under the earth in that region, different regions of the world, to see why the people are the way they are in that region. Truly Earth Mother, okay? Well, I couldn't say. Yeah, just what I did to Drea, and all the while watching that shit back then. I was in college back then. We law students, and some of my classmates was watching it. We was talking about what, because you know, the lawyer mind want to figure out what the fuck happened. What we want to know the causation of the rift. You know, let's start from the beginning. Law enforcement is like that too. Although I think the hidden powers that shouldn't be, as Zach would say. I started watching his channel, you know, the way he was getting on the Panthers and fuck all that. But when I was into the channel, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Because, you know, you hear the term, the hidden powers that should, no, you hear the term, the powers that be. But he had, you know, the hidden powers that shouldn't be, paraphrased. But I digress. I really believe they still want the masses dumbed down, and they're desperate to get the dumbed down, even doubled down, if you will, because this age of Aquarius is on the precipice. And Aquarius is the I know factor. Aquarius believe everybody should know. Aquarius assume you already know. That's why you Aquarius can get a bad rep for being condescending and sarcastic. Because you assume that everyone knows. Everyone is intelligent. Everyone knows. I think that's a humanitarian thing, if you ask me, to assume that. And it's such a natural assumption for most of them. They don't even realize they're assuming. But in any event, I digress. This is not an Aquarius video per se. But the way up, and Drea, the way they went after you is Aquarius. Aquarius can catch hell. Being the older sign. You see how the oldest in the siblings, girl, Drea's study life as an Aquarius, you probably already are. But yeah, Jackie, this is definitely karma. Chickens or hens coming home to roost. The way you treated that Drea girl. And I don't even think Evelyn did it for karmic purposes. I believe, now this is just straight psychic tea, I believe that Evelyn's been watching the show from afar. With all that coinage, Evelyn, I don't know why you want to be on this show. All that coin you got, girl. Like Charlemagne said, fame is a hell of a drug, I guess. And Sonia Barrett, in her book Holographic Canvas, she said emotions are chemically addictive. So, Evelyn, you may have been in this mode so many decades that when you got out of it, instead of feeling healed, you may have felt bored or lost or bored or I don't know, girl, crochet, needlepoint, quilts. I don't get a hobby. But to have that kind of coin and seep back into the caddy, I was going to say caddy cesspool, I don't mean that. You know, because I'm guilty of watching this shit. I like Psych 101 Matters, you know. Psych 102, those are my favorite classes, psychology. You know, just studying, you know, what makes people this way, especially if you have so much access and coinage. But again, you may be addicted to that world. The cat fight, you know, coven. I don't child. Hold on. My orange. Where was I at? Yeah, but Evelyn, I don't believe you said, oh, I'm going to do it to her because she did it to Drea. I don't think karma was your intent. I believe, you know, applying karma, I don't think that was your intent. You probably could use it now. The subject come up later on in a different season. Well, she did the shit to Drea. What the fuck? So, you know, you have ammo to use it now because we reviewers are pointing that shit out. Shout out to you, Ashley. I like a comment you wrote. Ashley, I got to see your video for this episode. I didn't catch it. I got to check it out. Ashley, we met in person. You did at the blackout twice. You was asking me my name in the comments. Never mind, Ashley, girl. My Capricorn system. Shout out to the Capricorns. Okay, and Ashley is 7. Ashley, that 7 was powerful, okay? It's all powerful. Okay, Saturn, all that. Okay, listen to me. I do believe Evelyn was watching the show from afar and was like, oh, I don't like Jackie. I just don't think she liked her. Just, there's many people don't watch the show that don't like, you know, particular cast members. So I think between natural antipathy that Evelyn may have secretly held for Jackie, or secret from here, us, John and JQ public, I'm sure she shared her sentiments with Shawnee over the phone, girl talk. And y'all both sad, just y'all probably, you know, cackled about it here and there. But, not liking her, coupled with not having her own dad around, she saw that baby picture and was like, I'm going to give her the money. That's it. I'm going to send her all the money she needs. I'm going to give it to her. Okay. And then from FD's channel, I didn't know you can give anonymously. So, Evelyn, by you giving out in the open, yes, it's me, bitch. I laid the coin down on the table. Okay, the proverbial cyber table here in this website. I think you definitely wanted to get Jackie's attention. I do. I do. But the ends justify the means, because that baby needed that coin. And I'm all for the kids. I'm all for the kids remaining safe, healed, happy, healthy. You know, it's cliche, but the shit is still true. The children are the future. And we want our babies to be sane, balanced mind, don't feel neglected. He needs that love and confidence. He's going to be a black, what's called a black man in this country. No, he needs all the support he can get. Righteous support, you know what I'm saying? So, and Evelyn, asking for the money back is tacky. I know you feel like, wow, I gave this money and I'm catching this kind of hell. Well, give it back. No, Jackie, I wouldn't give it back either, because you didn't give it to me. You gave it to Takari. You better ask up for it. But then that would be tacky, Evelyn, because Takari never disrespected you. She never gave you no fever. I'm assuming she showed you nothing but gratitude for that money. So, Evelyn, you laid your bed, well, you made your bed, well, you know, laid your dough in this case, and, you know, just, if it came from the heart, you should want it back. You know, if your focus is the baby, you should want that money back. I think that was a great gesture. I do. Jackie, I'm sorry, I do. Jackie, now, back to how I see Jackie's point. I didn't spend so much time on Evelyn and other extraneous stuff, but that's how it goes. It's, I digress TV, okay? What the fuck it is. Jackie, I see your point, because it's in spiritual studies and spiritual classes I've had, it's something called karmic interference. Karmic interference. Jackie, I know you didn't use that term, but you're still a melanated woman. Spiritually, you know something is off when an outsider inserts themselves in your family dynamic. I get it, Jackie, I do. And also you feel like, I don't know if Takari ever laid real-time hands on you. That's what I'm saying. There's something devil, because Leo is the pride. You look at the nature channel, you see the lions and the lionesses, they stick together. Water, family is important to all of us who care about family. Let me be specific. All elements care about family and the family nucleus, and especially melanated people, when they sold off our families on a slave plantation, that has to be a long-term gnaw and void and hurt and pain that someone will sell off your parents or your siblings. And aside from the other sick shit they did, you reference Howard Zinn's history books and Hidden Colors DVD as a starter. I like to give references, because you never know when racists could look at your video and get upset by the truth. I'm like, they can Google and research this stuff to find out if it's true or not. But in any event, racism debilitates the mind. No, you have to have an expansive mind to even want to study and broaden your knowledge where truth is concerned. I digress. Yeah. So family is important to all elements, to be clear. And I'm speaking from an astral point of view here. But water and earth, because a water sign, Cancer, 4th house, is the family. Water and earth really, really hurt when the family is fractured. We all do, but it's devastating. It's like, you know what I mean? And whatnot. But fire, you know, this is per my school of thought and the tutelage and studies I've sat for, okay? Water and earth, it means a lot to them, family, and keeping that tight, you know, nucleus. But for fire, I say fire too, especially Aries and Leo, and especially Leo. When I look at the, you know, you see really good Nature Channel, Hard Body, and see how the lions all, you know, together, they call that family the pride. Aries, I say because Aries, this is my school of thought now, astrologers. They, you know, the hidden powers that shouldn't be trying to change up the language. Dr. Yafabe said, if it's new, it ain't true. So all my books tend to be old. I don't trust nothing too tough, brand new, unless I know the author in person and know the, you know, their integrity. You see what I'm saying? But Aries, because it's the infant, your mom, the breast, your soul. And Aries could really, really care about family, being close to it. But the Leo pride is such that if the family is fractured, they really like to keep that secret, you know, keep that under wraps. But Jackie, you brought it up. You brought it up in Hawaii. Play the tape back. Play it. You brought that up. I don't know if it stuck with other viewers, but that stuck out with me. I'm 4th house, so he's going to stick with me. Hold on. And then Tupac, blessings be upon his spirit, to his mom, when Jasmine Guy wrote her a biography, Evolution of a Revolutionary, blessings be upon your spirit, Finisha Shakur. In that book, Miss Shakur spoke about how she felt when Tupac wrote Dear Mama. She said, at first I felt raw and exposed. Jackie, this is for you. I felt raw and exposed. And, you know, she was hurt that he would put her business out there like that. Not even in a book, but in a song with beats and melody, you know. But then she had this, but, you know, but these are higher-minded people. Jackie, I'm not saying you're not higher-minded, but I think you got to come, it's selfish too. To think that someone doesn't have a right to their own story. This is what Miss Afeni Shakur had to realize. That's Tupac's story. I guess I'm his mother. Yes, he's put my business in the song. And Dear Mama's a classic. Oh, God, Tupac. Marry her, Tupac. Marry her, do her. But she had to realize that he's an individual who has a mom. He has a whole life. He has a full life to be. What was he, 24 when he wrote that? A full, impactful life that young brother had. And is probably still having the spiritual realm wherever he's at. Must be very powerful. But in any event, she said he has a right to tell a story. And Jackie, I think you have to come to grips with that. Me as a writer, I wrote my memoirs and lost some friendships behind that shit. Y'all can look at the friendship video, volume 3 I'm fitting to do after this to get more intel on that. It'll be in the memoir too. But my mom, also educated woman, definitely from Harlem. She had a power to the people moment, not to the extent of the late great Afeni Shakur, you know, but she was still of that ilk. So her mind is smart, higher-minded woman. I'm not saying because my mom's saying it is, but even when she showed fear and weirdness about my memoir that ain't published yet, I'm like, Mom, you too? I would have never pegged your mind to be similar with, you know, the homies, the friends I've excommunicated. I was like, why, Mom? That is just so strange when that came to me from someone I deem educated and just more open-minded. But I think, like Miss Afeni Shakur said, you feel raw and exposed. But no man is an island. No woman is an island. We all come from somewhere, some family. And writing a memoir sounds like memory for a reason. You write, you know, your recall about your life, and everyone is entitled to that. Treat people right, and you don't have to worry about them growing up and writing their memoir. And you should at least treat your children, your offspring, right. But I don't want to judge it because I'm from the hood. You can hear horror stories about families and things that happen in certain households. So again, I don't want to insert myself to assume that the chasm that's been between you and Takari, Jackie, is not warranted from your end, your perspective, or warranted from her perspective. I don't know if she hit you, spat on you. I don't know what happened that you would just cut her off, or she cut you off, or did you do that to her? And I don't anything. Whatever Shanny's saying about the color struck thing and her weight thing is horrible. But again, I study a lot of Dr. Joy DeGroo's work, Dr. Henry Clark, Dr. Ben. I'm from Harlem. Back then you could see Dr. Ben walking down the Harlem street. Okay, so I study a lot and understand that our people have been oppressed for centuries and programmed. And I'm not giving Jackie a pass. Y'all stop it. But if she is color struck with a baby, if you're color struck, why even date a dark skinned dude? Oh, as reported from the book, he had money. I don't know. I don't know, Jackie, but a baby, a life you carry for 9 months, give birth to, you shouldn't be color struck there. You should have been healed from color struck right then and there as soon as she was born, in my opinion. So if what Shanny shared with Laura Govan is true, Takari's distance makes sense. Because that don't make sense. That type of treatment from your biological parent, that's like something how foster parents reportedly, some of them treat the baby like Cinderella, just weird. Again, nevertheless, I understand, Jackie, you don't want outsiders in your family business. It got really real for you. And I could see how real it got. It's your offspring, it's your family. But hopefully you'll understand Evelyn's, and then how you came from Shanice. Wow, I don't know. Yikes, I don't know. We've heard the rumors about Evelyn online and things of that nature, but I never got that from Shanice. I don't know her personally, but I don't get that type of thing from Shanice. I could be wrong. I don't know. She just doesn't give me use what I got to get what I want type of tease. And she just don't give me those teas. She don't. I'm not an Evelyn fan, far from. I'm not a Jackie fan, far from. But I am a fan of melanated women coming together and healing. And it starts with mother-daughter. Y'all ever saw the Alexis K. Tyler videos, mother-daughter? I don't even know if YouTube still have them up. Peace, Alexis. You recognize the voice. We know each other in what's called real life off the internet. But, yeah, those videos. Y'all check out them videos. Mother-daughter, Alexis K. Tyler. Hold on. Oh, orange. Oh. The vitamin C. So, that's my neutrality on this. I hope everyone heal. Takari, as a writer, I know writing is very therapeutic. Your mother may be thinking you're using that to hurt her or to use her coattails because she's a public figure to sell the book. I don't even believe that. I don't. Writing is very therapeutic. And to have parents alive, you have no connection to them, is painful. Ask anyone who's adopted. Some of them will search for their natural parents to the day they die and just keep searching because energy seeks its source. When I look at the medicine cards, look at salmon, and it explains why salmon swims upstream through harrowing, watery conditions. Why? To return to the source. All frequency, all energy returns to its original source. They taught that in action physics in high school. And the teacher wasn't intending on teaching about karma. But as soon as they said that, we all looking like that's karma. What you put out comes back to you. So your children, you put them you push them into existence out of your womb, they're going to come back. All energy seeks its source. All of it. Okay. That's it, ladies. I hope y'all heal. I haven't seen a reunion yet. Oh, I saw the clip. About the shoes, Evelyn. Oh, jeez, gosh. I gotta see your natal chart. I don't know. You have beauty. Maybe you have Taurus on the ascendant. I love Taurians. The high side of the sign, but the low side of Taurus is materialistic. Jackie bringing up with her shoes, of course, as evidence that she can give her daughter money. She just chooses not to. That was a tad icky too. from the viewer's point of view. But to say the shoes were last season, Evelyn, oh God. Did y'all not get flashbacks on when she called Royce a bum? Royce said, well, you a hoe. And she don't get up and throw the water. I'm like, Evelyn, she only called you that because you called her a bum. Clothes, all that shit is superficial. Like Royce said then, I can get some new clothes. But you can't undo being a hoe when she had a confessionals in that episode. I mean, that superficiality with the, I used to be a fashionista. I'm from New York. I ran with boosters, the best kind. I ran with if y'all was in the gay world back then, you know, the house, they had the house of different makeup companies. They had, you know, like say Smashbox, we the house of Smash. I ran with a certain clique. Statute of limitations imported. This is all, I plead the fifth. This is all fiction, legal fictions, okay? Not legal fiction, fiction, okay? For motherfuckers listening, okay? But no, I was, oh, Evelyn, I'm New York too, girl. I was enveloped in the fashion, that fashion shit, that Brooklyn bullshit. I'm more, so I understand the love of fashion then in your youth. When I heard some of them are racist, I was like, oh no. Then something else happened when my family robbed my house. I said, maybe God won't want me doing this fashion shit. Okay. So between the family robbing the house and hearing rumors about them being racist, I threw that fashion shit, superficiality shit to the wind. But that's just me. And you know, yours is leading right into your 40s. But that's fine. It's nice to look good. But I don't think these designers give a hoot around about niggas and nagas and ninjas. They take your coin. They ain't giving to those scholarships for brothers and sisters. Let me tell you something. You see me with any type of labels on, it was a gift. Just to add that little footnote and caveat on. Give them that. Okay. Okay. All right now. Well, I got it on the low. On the low. You know what I'm saying? What's that t-shirt Pusha T had on in the in that video with Pharrell and Snoop, and I got it for cheap. Shout out to Pusha T and Taurus. All right. Now, yeah, the reunion, Evelyn, you know what I'm saying? Then you're going to talk about Royce calling you a hoe, talking about like she Mother Mary. Again, well, what we saw, she was with her boyfriends, you know, online. We don't see rumors like that about her like we did about you back then. Not saying it's true, I'm just saying what we read online. But it's not about Mother Mary, Evelyn. You called her out her name. So she in turn called you out your name and you got upset because you couldn't trump it or counter it. So you don't throw the water. So she wouldn't have elected to call you that arbitrarily. I don't know if you ever got that as a sag, the hump of the fire. You may not have. But yeah, you talked about Jackie's shoes being from last season. That's some bullshit. Misa, Hilton, Brim, I love you. I don't know what, was it an interview or was you on a reality show? Was it here? The sister does the hair on 72nd Street. Is she still there? Hair trauma. Something came. I don't know. Misa, you was on something, and I love you so much because at that moment you said, I don't do that last season. I wear what I like. Me too, girl. If I like it, I wear it. I don't care about last season and all that fuck shit. It was another but I reckon that must keep designers paid. Because there must be a whole community that only wants to wear what's in season. That's so predictable to me. Like, boring. I can predict what everyone's going to wear this season because it's, oh, God. Well, again, it's a whole community that lives like that. That's predictable and lame. Though expensive, but expensively lame to me. You know what you're going to wear when you walk through the door. Oh, gosh, no. Because why? It's in season. I only got like in season is the fruits, okay? Organic fruits and veggies. Okay, now back in astrology. We can keep up with those seasons and constellations. Okay, now ain't your thing, it's mine, okay? Well, same with the fashion. It's your thing, ain't mine. Yeah, there was a Caucasian lady in the interview. I want to get this out too. It's on the brain. I remember her saying the same thing. She said, I will wear something vintage, but I won't wear what was in the previous season. And so, Evelyn, maybe I got that from Caucasians. I don't know. But I'm really? And is basketball-wise, is that an audience? Like, y'all let me know if high-end fashionistas watch Basketball Wives. Because I'm like, well, maybe other basketball wives and sports wives, maybe they do watch and they know about the seasons with fashion probably. Because I'm like, is the audience fit to even give a fuck about that? I don't know. But look, Jackie, you asked for it because you brought up the price of them shoes. And at $1,100, I would wear them season after season with them the fuck I felt like too. Shit. Anywho, y'all. But, Evelyn, stop asking for the money back. It's Jackie. Jackie, find Iyanla Vanzant. People say that's a joke. Now, I'm serious. Find her and heal the mother-daughter connection because it's primal. And that will go into a future incarnation. Each life writes a script for the next life. You don't want this toxicity to roll into your future existence. You just don't, Jackie. Even if y'all don't become kumbaya, Iyanla is a Yoruba. She's into Yoruba, okay? She knows about the different therapies and herbs and healing. Y'all don't have to go on TV. Y'all don't have to have an episode with the shit. But please, y'all see her either independently or together. I don't know. Iyanla, tweet to say Iyanla, y'all. Jackie, you got to heal this mother-daughter thing. You've got to. Because you want your future life to be peaceful and sane, right? Hopefully, that's what you seek. Yeah, there's fertility issues, too, if we wrong children. Let alone our own children. You wrong a child, you're going to have some sort of fertility issues. I don't know if you don't believe me. I've been studying spirituality for over 30 years. Do your own Google search. Harming children gives you fertility issues. When they talk about Caucasians and fertility, I honestly think about slavery and the children they must have harmed. They did harm reportedly on those plantations. I'm like, could that be why they have fertility issues too? Feeding babies to alligators in Florida? Yeah, Google it. I'm like, the spiritual upside should be, okay, well then, that soul to have thick, strong skin and be the strength of the alligator. You got to go on and figure out how you can find the silver lining. But the ones who's doing that barbaric, warped crime, definitely fertility issues or giving birth to, God knows what. Never mind, I'm veering off basketball wives. My point is, you don't want to harm children and you don't want to harm elderly. Harming the elderly and the children, the elderly, all warped, sick misdeeds can thwart your ascension. When you exit the husk of your body and you look into ascend to return to source, it thwarts that. Look at the word grave and gravity. So misdeeds gives you gravity to this dimension where you did the misdeed at. Jackie, I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to everyone. Please be mindful how you treat children and seniors and people in jail. Another elder astrology teacher, well respected, she was like, I don't lie to children, I don't lie to people in jail. I'm like, okay, I understand children. I'm not saying lie to anybody, but I wanted to get her to expound. She said prisons is ruled by Neptune. That's the elders. I was like, oh shit. So listen, Jackie, make right, because this is not just any child, is yours. Make right with the baby and see Iyanla, because you're Leo, so I know you probably want some celebrity, somebody who's in this field of healing. See her or see whomever who knows how to deal with herbs. Y'all need herbs and certain exercises. Virgo and Leo can clash, your next door neighbor, but just, Jackie's talk less and let Iyanla have the floor. Just listen. All right, y'all. That's it. Basketball Wives, Season 6, finale, 2017. Healed. Ashe.